there are life lessons I hadn't thought about in Legally Blonde. Yes. So what? Is it hard? No, it's not. Angela, you're proof of it.
Also the hair flip too. What? Like it's hard? So I think that's something that I'm trying to like impart is Elle Woods' wisdom to others, of like finding your voice by kind of shushing the other voices that are trying to tear you down.
This is MobileGroove at Mal and very special podcast corner at Women in Leadership. These are stories I have to share. So I'm like driven at this point to interview and introduce Angela Humphrey.
Hello.
Yes, absolutely. So, you've spent a decade climbing up the ladder and ranks at YouAppi, from junior account manager to head of growth, CSM and sales. So yes, you know the drill. You have moved up the ladder and you've held your own as a woman in a team. And I even had to watch it. It was the in-flight movie. I kid you not. It was like, no, you got me so excited that there are life lessons I hadn't thought about in Legally Blonde. Yes. So what? Is it hard? No, it's not. Angela, you're proof of it. I just have to say, first of all, welcome. Great to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
It's inspiring. I mean, first of all, 10 years in a company, that's quite an arc. That's quite an achievement. And we heard it also a little bit today as well, That takes grit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, take us back to the beginning, like something energized you, not just the cool movie, not just Elle Woods. But yes, take us inside that energy, what you tapped into.
Yeah. So starting out as a junior AM, coming from a background in like sociology and was working in the legal field for a bit, it was like such an adjustment, but I had to like be ready to learn, be willing. I think a lot of it comes with my people skills in general and just understanding groups of people, understanding the individuals, what are their needs, what are their problems that we can solve. So I was like, okay, I think I can fit my way into this kind of role, even though I don't know about ad tech. This is like a whole new space.
There you go.
Yeah. And
it's not hard.
Yes. What? Like it's hard? Also with the hair flip too. What? Like it's hard? So yeah, you have to really channel her. But yeah, and then I think a lot of people, again, like what I was saying to you, like thank you for seeing me for like the qualities I do have. And I think having people in my life that have like seen me and been like, you might want to also try sales. And so I think the opportunities at YouAppi to be able to pivot from account management to sales, I was like, okay, I'll up for this next challenge. Like I was going to be the only female on the team, but I was like, okay, like I think I can do this in my own way, different from them. Like I'll learn from them, but like what's my way? What can I bring? And then, kind of like piece together these like different roles as I grew in the company. And then now I'm in this like perfect position of learning, being able to, apply the learnings I had from previous roles and go into like now today, leading growth and sales.
Learning from other people, those mentors. And you have to find the mentors and you have to know the ones that are going to be the fit. Yeah. Maybe you have some thoughts on that.
Yeah. So today there was mention talking about how maybe it's not individual mentors and having the pressure of it being like a one-on-one relationship that really serves you and like your needs, but it's also like the tribe that you gather.
True.
I go to certain people for certain kind of like, how do I approach this? Or again, being seen and recognized for certain qualities that maybe I didn't know I saw in myself. And so again, I like value the fact that like all these mentors, like including Nancy, including a lot of people at my company at YouAppi, Ashley, who's filming me right now during this, I would say I'm very inspired by a lot of the women around me. And so I think it is like a tribe thing where it's not this like, oh, they have to be older. They have to be so experienced. Like it has to be maybe a woman. I can gather all of these kind of different people and perspectives and they're like my tribe. And I hope that I give them the same value back.
Well, that's a great point because it has influenced who you are and what you have achieved. But then there's the giving back in the form of your own leadership skills. So how has that maybe influenced you as a leader?
Okay. So something really touching like just happened. Uni from Tap Blaze just gifted me something like 10 minutes ago to say that like, I came up to her at like an event and then I told her that I would like, let's like get on a call. I know what it's like to be like, cause she's younger coming up in her career. And I was like, I know exactly where you're at. And so I want to pass that on. So I think like even a leader, not only at your company, but also just like the experience that we're having. And I'm not, you know, I've been here at 10 years, but I think it's just like lessons learned and lives lived. And it was so sweet. And so I think it's just like, she felt touched by like little things that I didn't, like this is how I did this, so I did that. Like you can follow your own path. And then as far as like within the company, I think something that I took away from today was like, I want to make sure I'm kind of catering while I can with like a smaller team that I'm leading. Like I'm leading 3 people. And so with a smaller team, like I want to cater better to like what they need versus kind of like what I think everybody needs, but also like what the individual person and making sure that I cater more to like, how do you want to be managed in full? And I want to spend more time with that. So that's something that I want to continue after MAU.
And that comes from understanding. And understanding often comes from strength, because if you're not thinking about, you know, what do I need to be doing? What impression do I need to be making? You know, what do I need to be accomplishing? But you're actually listening.
Yeah.
That is very strong. And that is where you are, Angela. So I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I think it's also like the vulnerability piece of like acknowledging maybe I'm not doing it the way that I like should, and I need to make a pivot. So I think being able to acknowledge that, I think also can be a strength. Like you can't just be like, I did it right this whole time and I'm strong and blah, blah, blah. It's like maybe the strength is like the fact that you can acknowledge like I'm maybe not going in the right direction with it. I need to make some changes.
Mm-hmm. You're very much a people person. I really do like that in you. And if you read like business strategy books, I mean, that's a source of competitive edge. It's the source of vision. It's where things come together. How do you talk to women who are trying to find that voice, that connection?
Yeah, I don't think it's one and done. I think you have to like keep evolving as you gather learnings, as you tap into yourself and your strengths. So I think recognizing and acknowledging like what am I good at? What do I want to put more value in? And I think really leaning into that heavily, and then what can I work on? As far as, finding your own voice itself, a lot of it kind of can be fake it till you make it, like telling yourself, I got this, or say it together. What? Yeah. Like it's hard?
It's hard. Yeah.
So I think it's like, you know, I kind of telling yourself like, yes, of course it's hard. The inner saboteur is going to be talking to you a lot. And how can you quiet that voice and kind of be like, what? Like it's hard. I can do this. And so I think that's something that I'm trying to like impart is Elle Woods' wisdom to others, of like finding your voice by kind of shushing the other voices that are trying to tear you down.
And one thing that also shushes it, I think, is the reinforcement of being able to talk to people who have similar experiences, or also just talking to people who appreciate what you are and what you do for what it is.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, that is the greatest reinforcement.
Yeah. For sure.
And the fact that you have appreciated our conversation, stepped up to this, and also brought your whole self to it. I have to say, yes, it's great to have you as a guest, but I would say even more so, it's great to continue the conversation with you, Angela.
Thank
this
you,
is just the start.
Thanks you so much. Thank you. Thanks.